I need you bitches to stop being so proud that y'all fucking somebody else's man. Because that's how you get beat the fuck up. That's not nothing proud. That's not nothing to be proud about. Stop broadcasting that you fucking somebody's man. Or, oh, your man must be really busy. Bitch, do I hear you being plump happy? Don't. That's not nothing to say to somebody's wife or significant other.
If you don't feel my heart beating out of my chest. Like that.
You don't hit that woman up and be like, oh, girl, because, well, bitch, you've been fucking him this whole time. You didn't think to say nothing then? Or it's because he cut you off, or he let you know that, hey, don't talk to this person because of this. Then, bitch, you gonna get my, or the ones that think you're stupid, right? And they try to befriend your ass, thinking you don't know.
That's my favorite kind. Because I'm gonna say this. I've personally never been on the side of cheating where I have been the one assisting somebody in cheating. Not knowingly, I don't know if something has ever happened, because you know they'll wait until I become a millionaire and come out with, no bitch, you was sleeping with my man, and I'm like, who is your man? And I didn't know that. They'll skip totally past me. So I say caveats when I record for that reason. I watch you people. So anywho, I haven't knowingly ever been on that side of cheating, but what I can say is I have been on the side. I can't, baby. Where I've heard about cheating. What?
What? The birds is chirping.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, you guys. My goddaughter. I have been on the side of cheating where I've had friends that have done it, both male and female. And then I've also been, obviously, on the side where I've been cheated on. And I've told you guys that before. All the way into a whole baby. But I still love him. We still friends. You want to know why? Quick interlude. Because he owned it. Because he stayed and fixed it. That's why. I could respect him forever for that. And, yeah. But anywho, the women... Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened. So, I was going to do a whole separate show about this one, but this is what happened with Cousin Talk. So, while I was in Atlanta, I went to visit my friend in Alabama. And please excuse my allergies. Ever since we got back, all of us have been, like, really bad. Lips even swollen. Now, that part's cute. I'll keep the lips. So, in the nail salon, it was only myself, my friend, my best friend who owns the salon, and then a client. The client was talking about the person that I guess she's been cheating with for a while. Now, mind you, my best friend knows that I'm married, obviously. So, with that, in addition to some past trauma, she trying to tell the girl, like, stop this conversation. The girl not getting it, and for whatever reason, I don't know why this part comes with it either, cousin. She kept getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and trying to say little smart remarks and cute stuff, but I kept catching her looking out the corner of her eye. And then she finally asked me, but one of the things that she said, I know, I'll save the other one for the recording. One of the things that she said was, how can he be with her if he's not happy with her? If he truly isn't happy with her, he's miserable. Why is he with her and this, that, and the other? Now, the girl that he is with, they were college sweethearts. They have a property together. They just had a baby. So
doesn't sound like you don't want her.
That part. So it sounds like she's convenience. Convenience can look a couple different ways. I will tell you this, the way that I feel. If you don't have a contract with the man of any sorts, you shouldn't be messing with that man, because in the end, you don't have a contract with that man, but that other woman does. Just stick a pin right there. But her continuing to talk about that girl like she was stupid, like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Why is she still And it was mostly actually dogging the girl. That's what I think hit the nerve for me. It's like, first of all, girl, you in here talking about being a side chick for 3 years, but you asking why he bought her a house, or they bought a house together, why they started a family, all of these different things, but they stay in a whole different state, a much better state than the one you live in, and you waiting for your quarterly visits. And then when he comes out, I'm like, do he wine and dine you? Like, is this some Pretty Woman stuff? Like, tell me all about it. Oh, well, you know, we went to go get something to eat, and then we was at my house, and, you know, every time she called, he went in the room and took the call, and, you know, I was quiet for him because I was respecting him. What? So my answer to her was, I said, you know what? It's a couple of things. I said, one, be ready when karma knocks on your door. That's one. When she calls you, be prepared to take that call, and do me a favor. Don't answer her questions with an attitude. She's the only one that deserves to have an attitude, because you actually are in the know and okay with doing what you're doing. So go ahead and answer her questions, as long as she's not disrespectful, you know. And I said that don't mean cussing, because we cuss. I said,
first of all,
she got a knife.
she got a right. Let me tell you something. If she do answer you, she got every motherfucking right to be disrespectful. If you don't want the disrespect, hang the fuck up. Block her. The fuck. She got the.
But
right
don't block her. You wanted to be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Don't
so
be a
don't
punk.
tell me, because your disrespect was the utmost.
It's
Don't tell
the
me how
most.
to tame my disrespect. No, bitch, you gonna be every bitch in the motherfucking book. If I catch your ass and drag you, everything. You done fucked my man for 3 years, and then you think
And
I'm
talking about me like a dog.
half the time. The women,
How do you know
the
I didn't
main
know
women
this person?
Don't know nothing the fuck about
They
you.
don't know. They don't know until they know. And when they know, they like,
All this shit been going on.
what the hell just happened?
Because he ain't never missed a beat.
And here's the thing, he ain't never missed a beat. And then here's the other thing. The other thing is that if you grew up like some of us, I have never checked a cell phone. I have never tried to break into an email.
Bitch, I'm breaking it.
I have, well, we know you have, crazy. But the point being is that I'm not following you behind you. You going away to go to school, or you going to work on a project and you go work there, come home when you can, stuff like that. That's not abnormal to me in my world. That's what my family does. Hell, I traveled a lot in my previous job. So to me, that's not a big deal. Those are things you do when you're in a relationship. But people try to act like, oh, well, those type of things aren't weird to you. No, they're not. They're normal things when you have goals.
Well, I can't say that I just check phones.
Y'all just see it wrong. I
But
don't just check phones. That's her.
I get a woman's intuition. Like, it's
When the intuition hit,
a
baby.
gut feeling. And that gut feeling be like, bitch. if
When
you
I
don't
tell
check
you-
that shit,
And until I check whatever I need to check, it's like this feeling in the pit of my stomach.
it be like, oh, he doing some fuck shit. You feel it.
I think most women, to be quite honest, even if you do have a certain feeling, if it's not proven to you and you love the person and you want to just make it through whatever, you act like you don't see it. If it's not right in front of you. I mean, obviously you don't pick up a text and act like you didn't see that. But if you're having an intuition, you try to put that intuition off and try to fix whatever you think is making that happen.
It's gonna burn me. I'ma die. If it don't come out.
That's because you nosy as hell.
I'm nosy as fuck. But also because I have sisters. And they cheating. The way they got caught cheating, the way the other people, that shit was too drastic for them. And to watch them as them being older sisters go through some of that shit, it would just be like,
That
soon as I see
pain
some
feel
red
like-
motherfucking
Yeah.
flags,
Yeah,
they be checking everything.
I can see that.
Because I've seen it happen to the women in my family, and it's
And
like,
it cuts like it cuts your whole soul open. Yeah, it's different. But yeah, the side bitch that thinks she's has the right to call the wife or the baby mama that he lives with, or the girlfriend, or whomever he's actually with, if you feel comfortable doing whatever you're doing as a side bitch, I just don't understand where your anger comes in towards the woman.
Okay, and just be prepared. Because his ass coming to live with you afterwards. And he gonna resent you for fucking up what he got at home. So just be prepared.
Yeah. So even if he keep messing with you, he gonna do some very dog ass, beyond promiscuous, some stuff he would never do to her. He's doing it to you, and quite possibly getting it all out of his system, so that when he respects her, he can't do that kind of stuff to her. So even from a perspective that you looking at it like, well, he's over here with me all the time, because he's doing what he can do. He can't do all of that at the main house. Or she's not letting him come home like that. Whatever it is, you just don't have a right to judge the other woman. You don't even know her. And why are you mad at her, but you're not mad at him? Right. You shouldn't know about him because of her. They're in a relationship.
A motherfucker bad talk the main one to the side one, and then the side one want to go blast all the main one business to her. Bitch, don't discuss.
Or what you think is her business.
Or what you think, because you
like that nigga. You think he gonna tell you, oh, she's amazing. She does all of these things for me. She's forgiving me. She helps me.
Self-esteem down.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna be like, well, why are you fucking with me? So when I just don't like the fact of,
I don't understand that at all.
When a man back trusts a woman and you feel like now you got the opportunity or the authority to do the same.
Right.
But you don't know her.
Right. Because you've never been lied on.
You don't know her.
You don't know her at all.
So why are you?
And you didn't even do no good research.
Fucking research. That's the thing with me. If you know he got somebody, until you see a divorce paper, until you see she got another man, until you see something that says he's not with her, he's with her.
So you mean to tell me somebody wouldn't just like hang in there for 2 years for no reason? They wouldn't just just hang it.
Because you know it'd be the ones like, well, he said he don't want her, but she just came in and hugged his mom. He said everybody in the family don't like her, but she just came in here and then nobody beat her up.
So that's not very logical that would happen.
I'm just saying, like, you can't these women who just because you dumb. Some of you guys are so smart, you fucking dumb. And
I think that they want to believe it because see, the problem is,
no, you got some that's so smart that are fucking dumb.
No common sense.
No common sense, and they're naive as fuck. I've had a friend that went through a situation like that, and they actually got into a fight.
Oh shit!
Church slaughter. But because you're listening to this man say, "Oh, she's trying to buy me. Oh, she's trying to take advantage of me. Oh, she just."
Now they're the damsel in distress.
And now you got beat up behind this shit.
Oh
you
shit!
To him, and now you got beat up because you done went back and said everything he done said, and now he.
And what happened to loyalty?
And
how you going back telling everything this man told you?
He not even backing you while you say it. Now he let you get beat up by your damn self. He didn't even pinch her off of you. That's when I be like, you guys are dumb.
Oh God!
You over there, bitch. You don't take care of your kid. Oh, God. This motherfucker like, I don't know where she got that shit from. What? Man, who you been talking to? Who don't like you? I never said that. Look at Bird. That's him.
Not look a bird.
Like,
oh shit.
I wouldn't even feel comfortable even being aggressive with the other woman because
you know it's some bullshit. If they
guys...
didn't clean cut that off and then move forward with you, I don't want nothing that somebody
else got.
No.
He's not coming home to you? He's not staying home with you?
Even if he is for the time being.
I'm sorry. I'm dead.
I don't want temporary.
Because that is. But if you don't call
because
yourself,
it's even temporary. If you feel like, oh well, I made him leave her, I made her leave him. Your karma, baby. That's gonna be a relationship from hell.
oh, yeah,
That is not gonna end well.
he's gonna tear your ass up. You ain't gonna last.
They gonna tear each other up. Something is gonna. I'm just
And
not
the one
interested.
you did wrong is gonna be living her best motherfucking life. Now you gonna see. Now you gonna see all the shit he said she was doing was actually what he was doing.
That whole part. I don't get it. People be weird. Like, you didn't even acknowledge that nigga till you saw that he was with a particular person. So it must have been that person that their prayers, their help, their whatever elevated that person. So it clearly wasn't something they did on their own. And that's okay. But the point is, how do you feel like you're going to get that out of that person? You can't. Because their knowledge stops where that resource stopped. All they doing now is feeding you back what they were fed or what they learned while they was with that person. But they didn't even really learn it too well. Some of the stuff just be executed
So now
terrible.
y'all looking dumb because you didn't get the whole blueprint. You got half of it.
Yeah.
Now she looking at you like, well, I thought you said this worked like this, or this is how this is gonna happen. No, then she didn't get all the information.
Mostly because what you'll find out is they probably don't pay attention.
Not only did they pay attention, they just took a see.
That cocky stuff. Oh, so we got the pictures now. We got that now. We having a grand opening. We doing that. You got your business name?
It be the ones that be like, she inspired me. Bitch, who? What she inspired you to fucking do? The shit that I already told you what to do? And she just came along for the motherfucking ride? Or did she give you some sloppy toppy that was so good it gave you an idea? So is that what inspired you? Like, I don't understand where you're going at with this. Y'all give these little Instagram or these little side pieces too much control from me.
Yeah.
Y'all need to treat them
Because they treat them like they're everything. Oh, my king. Oh, my this. Oh, my that. Like,
bitch. That's somebody else's
the lies you
man.
tell. That part.
That's
Somebody else's,
man.
that's somebody else's king, somebody else's
If
covenant,
he
somebody
can't
else's man.
spend the night with you or live with you because something
Or get a piece of paper with you.
Sell his doorknobs. Then be having the nerve. The first thing they want to say is, "I don't usually do shit like this." I'm finna do it.
I don't usually do stuff like this, but now that he's not mad at me no more.
Let me just go ahead and continue. I don't know. I just know this generation of women are like
They're not women.
at all.
They're scavengers. Very much so scavengers.
And the crazy part is you scavenger for somebody who ain't even got shit. The fuck could he give you? Majority of the time it's the woman. You chasing after this illusion.
But they got nice shoes.
What? They got what?
Maybe it's the shoes. No. But they got a good job. Maybe it's a good job.
But if he got a whole other household, he can't spend all his money at your house.
Oh no, they usually don't take care of their own
Even
household
if
either.
He got a good job. You still not being broadcasted. You're not on pictures. He's not even commenting on your shit. You know why he can't comment on your shit?
Because of the 32 other ones?
Or because of the main one who we really scared of. Because we all
Fear?
know that main bitch is the crazy bitch. That's why she's named. She crazy as fuck.
The main one is usually the crazy
She
one?
crazy as shit. She gonna be the one.
The silent one?
Yeah, them the bitches you be scared of. We be like, damn.
I can't even tell what she's thinking. That's true. Y'all better be careful out there.
Somebody gonna get your
Better
ass.
be careful. Because some people not unbothered. They just undetected. That happens. You done going off, cousin? Because clearly you had to get some things off your chest.
Well, because I see it so often. And
It's running rapid. It's crazy.
it's like, I don't like the proudness of it.
They're very, if I really wish, I was in such disbelief. And first of all, it was somebody that looked like me. But once I heard the girl say her age, like my heart actually broke. My heart broke for her, and my demeanor and my answers changed to the questions that she was asking, because I'm thinking to myself, you come from both parents, your parents paid for your college, you have a degree, you got your stuff going for yourself. Like, what happened to make you feel like this is all that you deserve? And to be so smart, like, how are these your answers?
That goes to being so smart, you better.
Oh, yeah. But I was for real, like, tripping, like, why? And I told her that. I was like, you and your prime years, why wouldn't you want to, like,
With somebody that's actually.
yeah, I was like, then she went into the scary part. I'm an independent woman. I could do this. I could do that. I was like, hey, little girl, stop right there. I was like, these are actually your prime years where you should be interested in finding a partner, especially because you're done with school and you in your career now. You following on plan. Now, should you always be able to take care of yourself? Yeah, you should always be able to take care of yourself, but don't cut yourself off to men just because, you know, you fell in the trap of being a side piece for 3 years. It was 3 years. And then, you know, don't give up on love. Don't ever give up on love, because it's out there for you. But what I told her is, you might want to call, I don't know. I was like, at the very least, leave the man alone. And she was like, oh, well, I left him alone. And I sent him an email and blocked him from everything to tell him that, you know, it's no more or whatever. And then he gonna respond and say, oh, I understand how you feel. I just love you. I said, girl, he don't love you. If he loved you, he would just be with you. And if he doesn't love and respect the mother of his child the right way, and she done moved across country for him and everything else, I was like, you're very convenient. Right. I was like, you're very convenient, because a big part of his problem was that he was like, we don't go out no more. You know, him and the baby mama, we don't go out no more. We don't just do all of these certain things anymore. And I was like,
but if you know that, why aren't you not bringing the outside to her?
because she's in a state, they both moved outside of their state and stayed in another state. I won't say the state, but they stay in another state. And so, granted, if you had a baby, who's going to watch your baby? So, and she was like, yeah, but he don't act like that. Excuse my language. I said, listen here, you little bitch. Do you understand what you even just said? I said, do you think about the fact that there's postpartum? So you could be contributing to this woman having postpartum. She's out there by herself with the kids. So then when he wants to get up and go, he just comes to you. You are the reason why he's still calm like that. Because he's living a lie. Like he's at home with her, filling her head with lies, possibly apologizing and all this other stuff. But then he comes out there to be with you. And that's his escape. I said, but did you ever ask him what he does for her escape? Did he ever keep the baby so she could fly back home and see her friends? Or does he ever give her a spa night or fly his mom in? You know what I'm saying? Fly the people in on a rotation. She's not getting no type of outlet. And that's generally what it is. And I think that that's extremely unfair. And as a woman, to know that, one of the main reasons why I would never hurt another woman for a man. I wouldn't. No, even in my own relationship, and being very honest, I never ever reached out to either one of the baby mamas to hurt them, tell them anything he told me, tell them anything I thought about a particular situation, because my thoughts belong to him, you know, for me to share with him and come up with the plan and offer assistance and things like that. But I can't call some woman, I don't know what all she going through. You got the kids most of the time. You got the weight of the world on your shoulders. If I'm not trying to help you, I shouldn't be doing nothing. I can't. She talked about her so bad, Hilda. Stuff that I'm gonna get into it on the one that I do just for that, because I want people to hear how bad it is. It's all so all the stuff that we used to hear on like sitcoms and he beat me because he loved me type of stuff. She said every single cliche. That's what it's called, a cliche. She said like almost every single cliche and was saying it like proudly, like
how do you be proud?
The proud, honey. The bragging.
How do you go
the
to
bragging.
school for something? How do you was raised by both parents?
With a silver spoon in your mouth.
And you still don't got morals and values.
She didn't see nothing wrong with it. Because they
That's
weren't
'cause you
married.
programmed yourself to see nothing wrong with it.
She
if
said
somebody
because
was
they weren't
fucking with
married.
Your man, you would feel the same fucking way.
They got a mortgage. They got a baby. Like,
them is some long ass contracts to have. Which means he plans on not going nowhere. Which is why you all in a whole different state. Which is why
he ain't trying to move you closer.
He ain't got you. Every time I take a picture, remind me of you know, Proud Family where they cut off Flex face. Yeah.
I just can't believe that it really became a thing, and that people talk about. Like you, when I was coming up, like you denied messing with somebody that you knew had somebody that you didn't even know. You denied it to the end. Right. Or I would never ruin your senior year like that. Like you didn't even do it for high school. I would never do that to you. I know you're going to prom with Bob. Now they be like, yeah, I know you married, and I know that y'all are becoming one. But since you didn't make it to like the anniversary, I think you should have made it too, Or since it don't look the way I think it should look. I don't know you at all. I don't know you at all. But I think I should be able to tell you what to do with your relationship. Then go get you one of your own. Because guess what? When you throw them responsibilities on that nigga, he gonna do the same thing to you. As long as it's all fun and games and you providing access to holes that only Jesus should see.
That's the next thing. You over here giving him marriage cootie cat. Okay? You let him stick it in your ear and out of your mouth. And then you wonder why, like, he still
Yeah, he do.
Yes, he does. He does. Because you let him do some Figueroa shit to you.
Right. Yeah.
For $20.
We're going to call it the Figueroa. Everybody mark that word. Whenever we talk about strange stuff, it's Figueroa stuff.
Strange stuff for a little piece of change.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it for free.
And go find friends to help and everything.
Oh. Them be the one.
They be out here big STD in it.
ABCs, okay? Big ABCs, capital.
They're capitals. All of them.
I don't. But I also blame that on social media.
I blame it on you just being weak, because here's the thing.
That wasn't broadcasted.
If we really...
Oh, no! You want to know what kicked it off? Fucking Flavor of Love.
You think Flavor of Love?
He had how many women?
But they knew. At least they knew.
But they were proud of it.
But they knew. I don't care what you do if everybody know, because they got all that. What is that? Poly.
You got motherfuckers. Love and Hip Hop, Rashida and Kirk. How many side bitches he had?
I think it was one.
If it was one, it was more than one. They just didn't get on the TV show.
They just didn't get on the TV show, right. But look at everything he had to do to get back with Rashida. But she wasn't willing to give up her marriage for that.
Bold enough.
Oh, to show up on the show and she wanted to be known as she was the one.
Yeah, she had the damn side chick committee leader. The other lady be like, well, I know her.
Oh, yeah, the one that got her wig knocked off.
To the wife. Why do you feel so comfortable to do that? How do you not feel ashamed? I'm not even speaking on the reality TV show stance. I'm just speaking on these regular women that's doing it. Like, how does it not feel? I would be ashamed. I wouldn't even want to say anything unless it's coming from, I fucked up, I'm sorry. These people, though, they be like, well, they turn the trend and shit.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I get insulted at just when I know people have somebody and they're in my DM. I'm like, why are you reaching out to me? That is so disrespectful. And my biggest problem is you not even doing it respectfully. Like, how do you know I'm not your girl's enemy? How do you know that I won't get mad and use this stuff against her? Like, why are you putting it in writing? My mom taught me since like grade school, don't ever put nothing in writing that could be traced back to you. If you're doing something like that, especially you don't do dirt with people, you don't go start meeting their families, bringing them around your family. I mean, I guess you can if your family is okay with you being a sorry ass son of a.
And some of them are.
Some of them are.
Some of them are.
And they'll lie right with the nigga. You my favorite one because you haven't told me no yet.
I tell you, it's just some shit. That's just.
You my favorite one because you not an adult at all. You my favorite one. You do everything I tell you to do. You're my favorite one because I hate the main one, so I'm trying to drive her nuts. Not working. It's the karma for me.
Wicked.
It's very wicked.
But then, when your mama gets snatched up too, then you go, I'm gonna be bad.
I don't know, but I mean, I'll share it down below because no, I'm not by any means perfect. I'm not at all. What I can say is that I would say like in the last 10 or 12 years, I've worked really hard on being better. And when I do make mistakes, catching myself faster and being open to somebody else's experience. So not taking it personal, the 4 agreements. So even though if you tell me something, I don't have to take it personal to be compassionate about what you're saying. My purpose to saying that is that there's actual scriptures for these things. And it's not just in a husband and wife situation. It's not just the husband and wife that can commit adultery. If you are any part of that, then you helped with it and you are now going to have to deal with your karma over what you did. It's never, I think it says, let God would put together, no man. Oh, yeah, it said that. It said that. So if you are doing things to work against that covenant, get ready for the consequences. But the people that do it so proudly, I've seen people think that the stuff that their sons was doing was funny and just, and sometimes they daughters, I've seen that too, like, oh, my daughter get it. Your daughter get it? Why you got your daughter out there like that? Girl, we got bills in here. Oh my Lancet, no we don't. That looked like a name brand purse to me. You just want it for stuff. You selling your soul, huh? Well, yeah, and your daughters. It's too much for me. It's too much. I don't know. It's too much. Yeah. Yeah. Especially the ones going overboard to help the situation, right? And pretending like they're not. That's my thing. At least be bold. The ones I saw was bold. But what I'm seeing here lately is, oh no, I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. Insert your friend here. Yeah. Shit's crazy. Or I told them to go be happy. Go be happy and do whatever you want to do. I'm just not going to be your mom anymore.
Sounds like you gave the ultimatum. And some people are just not comfortable with not speaking to their parents.
Right, right.
So you put them in this hard place.
But don't get married if you're not comfortable doing that, because I'm gonna tell you right now that marriage trumps all of that. I didn't think I would ever like not live with Skylar and Kiera, not ever have them until they were off to college. But this is life. I got married, and when I got married, I had to make a decision. And it wasn't even a decision I was asked to make. It was one that I knew based on the covenant of marriage was responsible to do. Because your cousin never complained. He wanted him. That was his choice. But I was like, no, it's time. But, you know, shit happens.
And you gotta know, in big choices, that's what the best with your family.
You have to think about your family structure. And sometimes doing things like, you know, I did and like that have been done for me without being asked, because you see that it's a need, or you're an adult. You're growing in your position and what it should look like, what it should feel like, the promises, reading deeper into it, learning more. The more you learn, you're supposed to apply it to your marriage. And when you learn those things, it's like, okay, this is a form of having somebody else involved in your covenant, even if they never say anything. That's not the point. The point is that you should be able to be completely naked and free in your space when you have a covenant. The whole people living with you and stuff, that should come later when your parents have to live with you. But by then, you've already built up your structure, your foundation, you become one. Until that space is solid, it needs to only include you and your spouse. That's why I kind of envy people that are able to get married and move away. That way you don't have no crutch, they don't have no crutch. Your crutch is your partner. Because it's amazing how much, if you know you have an escape, and you don't mind relieving responsibility, you could jump up and then be like, oh, I'm just going to go back to doing what I was doing. Oh, I don't like wheat bread, I'm going back. Oh, I don't like that I have to drive 2 hours instead of an hour and 59 minutes. I'm going back home. It's much better when you leave if you don't have the strength to do so. Yeah, if you don't have the support system to do so, and the adultism. Yeah, because that should never be an option unless there's an actual threat. And I wasn't raised to have options.
I don't think majority of us was raised.
No, if I have a plan B, because especially women, you know how women do. I don't need you. I got such and such. I got my brother. I got my dad. Girls are good for that, but now boys is worse for that. With that, it's a mess, and that's a part of being involved in somebody's covenant. I think that if he got married and then he needed to come stay with me, I'd be like, yeah, you can stay with me for a couple of days, but first,
you can stay with me for a couple of days, and then me, you, and her should also have
that part. But I'm calling her right away on my own behalf, because I'm not trusting him to do it. And I want her to also know if she needs to pull up and she wants to talk. If you're coming to me and you're married, I need to make sure that where you're coming is safe for both of you. Otherwise, you can't stay here. Because, unless it's some Ike and Tina stuff. But I need to make sure that it's comfortable so that she doesn't ever feel like, or KB's husband doesn't ever feel like it's one-sided, or I don't even care about you.
And that's important.
Because if you got married to the person, you guys are family now. And if you never treat them like family and then wonder why they don't have a problem stepping back, well, why wouldn't they? They're not being treated right at all.
You're treating me like this is my son.
Yeah.
Whatever goes.
Right.
Fuck about your family.
Right. That's why I feel like it's important if one of their spouses was to ever come to the house, that I personally reach out and let them know, I'm here for both of y'all. Let's give each of y'all time to cool off if that's the situation. But no, we're going to get this back together, because this ain't it. But a cooling off, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
No. Because that cooling off could have saved you from an inconvenient situation.
Yeah. That's why I believe in vacationing alone.
Give you time to think about, maybe it's probably my fault. You know,
Or where you was wrong, or where you could have reacted different. It gives you time to think. But that's why it's important that while you're away thinking, somebody isn't thinking for you and telling you what to say. Nobody should be saying anything, because even if you allow them to vent, you still shouldn't have an opinion, because especially if you know the person you're talking to is a liar. Or not even just a liar. I will say emotional. Because when you're emotional, you're trying to get it all out, but what you're mostly trying to get out is what happened to make you so mad, not any of the other pieces. And it's not like on purpose all the time that you're doing it that way, but you do it. And then you have to double back. But how many people really double back?
I'm saying me and you.
Because we have a conscience and we feel bad. We feel like liars if we don't.
Like, you know what,
As soon as I remember it. Right. It could, right. I'm like, so this what happened, right? I remember now. I remember now. This what happened. But I don't think a lot of people do that. And that's a huge responsibility if you're going to include somebody in your relationship, to double back and tell the pieces that's missing. Because it's not a lie until you don't tell it. Because some stuff you hyped, you don't really tell everything. You didn't even see it from that perspective. It's a part you didn't hear. All those type of things. But once you include somebody, include them till it's over.
Yeah.
Include them until it's resolved. That way they can know. Because don't nobody love your partner like you love your partners all the time. There's some real rare cases still where I've seen people really be there for both sides.
You're supposed to. If we family and you got really weird family, yes, that person, that other person is related to me by blood. But if this is a marriage and we accepted you in this family, you are my family too.
Right.
Until otherwise, and then even until otherwise, you're still my family.
Right.
Because that would mean this relationship between us was not genuine.
That part.
So we're a family, and as a family,
You should want your family to stay together.
stay together. There shouldn't be no sides. And if you have a problem, I am very vocal about, well, what happened? Well, because see, this is what was said to me, and you know that's not really cool if you did do that. Like, that's pretty fucked up. But
She's told me that before.
you know what I'm saying?
I was
Like, you have to, and you don't have to ever
that's
just
true.
talk down on somebody.
Mm-mm.
It's just a conversation. Sometimes
If you brought it to me, then we finna have a
both
candid
families
conversation.
are raised differently.
Yeah.
So what your family probably accepted, this family for like, fuck no,
Mm-hmm.
that's not cool for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where family should come in and help.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, let's get this together. Let's figure this out. You know,
And that's why other people don't belong in your relationship either, because you knew what his family was like. You know the dynamic. She knows the dynamic of your family, but the other people on the outside don't know you as intimately as you know each other. So now you've taken those things and you've used them to your benefit. You didn't have no problem with none of this stuff before, but now that you want to be the victim, or you trying to validate what you did, it's like, oh, well, she didn't like this anyway. Or, oh, you know, he told me that he had a problem with my dad. You got a problem with your dad, girl. Yeah, he said that too, because he's hurt that you hurt. But the way you took it back, now that it's the shit that hit the fan, and make it look like,
it's just him.
yeah, he controlling. No, he not. He followed along with what you saying, and he cared about you, so he said like the same
That's
thing.
not cool.
Yeah, don't
And
twist
I don't
stuff.
like this shit around.
Right. Don't try to start twisting stuff to your benefit. That's childish as hell to me. How do you love somebody, start a family with him and all this other stuff, only to try to like take their ass out? Like, how do you get to that point where you want to take somebody out? I've had people do me pretty cold, and I still don't like want to take them out.
Because
I don't know.
I'll say this a
I
lot.
can't be that.
what is for you is for you. What is for me is for me. It's no need for me to even go the extra mile to do anything hurtful to you. Because what belongs to you belongs to you. What belongs to me belongs to me. I don't even have to be vindictive towards you like that. In the beginning, in my younger years, yeah, I was pretty vindictive. I did. that shit. But as I got older and realized sometimes people be like, karma. If it was gonna be meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Which is why people gotta focus on their selves. Can't keep worrying about.
Make sure you react appropriately, because that can then create your karma too. I think that's what made me start slowing down years and years ago, because I thought about it and I was like, wait, the Bible says, and I actually believe, because if you get karma for bad stuff you do, then if I do something bad back, then I'm creating karma. Too. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Let me just mind my motherfucking business and let the shit and let the cards
fall where they lay.
And that's just how that goes with a lot of
Maybe that's why I could be so forgiving too. Because I forgive stuff I never thought I would forgive before.
I don't have to carry that burden on me.
It hurts my feelings though, but I forgive. Yeah.
But you got to release that.
Oh.
That hurt. That's what I'm saying. Like, I used to be like, I don't fucking talk to her for years. You know, fuck her, I'll never talk to her again. And then I find myself going to family functions pissed off.
Right, because you got to keep up that attitude. Right.
And this bitch over here laughing around, rolling on
having a good old time.
And I'm over here. So now
didn't even get to enjoy yourself.
How you doing? You good? All right.
Right.
You don't have to kiss nobody's ass to be cordial. It takes so much pressure off of you.
It does. Because that being angry, or even just staying, because I'm such a... I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I like to be comfortable. So in order for me to be like that, I have to make myself be like that. It's much easier for me to just laugh and have fun and be comfortable and let you be in your space and I'm in mine.
I used to be mad at my significant other for weeks. I'm talking about like I don't hear him, see him, smell him. Nothing. I'm hurting my own motherfucker. So.
Right.
He's still
you done lost weeks of life.
He's still living. I'm over here pissed off. This motherfucker still breathing.
Now he's still breathing.
Yeah, I'm pissed off. It's hard to realize, like, I'm the one over here angry. He's not even angry no more. Now I just be like, okay. I can't even.
Anger and guilt will take the rest of your life away. I've done things that I'm truly sorry for it, and I said I was sorry and I didn't do it again, and that's enough. I'm not finna walk around guilty for the rest of my life.
Or we don't even talk about the situations. We just get angry and
oh yeah, you don't even yeah.
A lot of that
I can't not communicate. That I think is the biggest flaw that I have, I guess.
90%
if it's
of the time,
that's not a flaw.
People come back years later and they rehash the situation and it's miscommunication.
It's always miscommunication.
So we don't want to go on this shit.
It's generally miscommunication. And here's the kicker with that. I've forgiven people that have miscommunicated to me and they still move forward in that miscommunication, treating me like very interesting.
Well, that's because they still want to be the victim. Depending on the situation.
But you don't have to be the victim because you was actually wrong. And I forgave you.
Yeah, but sometimes.
Oh, because you lied?
Because they didn't portray that story or the way that story went to other people.
Oh.
They portrayed that story as they were the victims. So when you have
so they lied.
They lied. You have people like that, if you get that you feel like you resolve some shit, and they get around other people. I don't fuck with her.
Oh, because you're too close. So I can forgive you in private.
But I can't forgive you in public.
Because I done told too many people. Oh.
I done said some shit. I done talked about your ass like a dog.
Well, family talk about family like a dog, so man up.
But here's the
thing. And if you know you lied, just say you lied. Here's the best part. If the person doesn't even know, you can go back and be like, can y'all believe this shit? That was a miscommunication. We handled it and I took over it and took the lead. You could go let that be your last lie. Let that be your last lie that you bragging about how you fixed it and you forgave them. And you grew and moved forward and all of that. Why can't that be the grand finale lie? The one that's actually for some good. But no, you rather hold on to the lie and have to avoid this person forever.
You just hurt my feelings. And then you be like, but you stabbed me first.
You actually stabbed me only. I didn't even stab you back. That's weird. That's really, really weird.
That's sick.
I don't know.
That
I
is
actually
sick.
like growing. I'm not even gonna lie. And I think that once you do things enough, it becomes normal to you, and then it feels normal. So I don't have a problem saying if I made a mistake, and I done told you some of my mistakes that I'm like, I didn't even see it that way at the time, or I was moving too fast. What the hell was I thinking? And I actually find the happy place in fixing it.
Because that's where you get your growth from.
And I don't want nobody to be feeling bad or to be
You know, you
feeling
get your growth
hurt
instead of
or
people.
something.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to touch into this because that's supposed to be a whole other topic.
It's a whole nother topic.
That's
Okay. Then on that note, we're gonna end there. So Friday night conversation with me and my cousin, and you guys will hear it on Saturday. I gotta upload it tomorrow because it's very long. 2-part series. Maybe I'll do half in the morning and half in the afternoon. Either way, let's see. What are we gonna toast to? I have water. What are we gonna toast to?
You gotta toast to. We can't never just stay on one fucking topic.
No,
What?
that's why it's Cousin Talk on Fridays.
Especially my sidebar ass.
He's a sidebar, like,
We're gonna toast to teaching our partners what we want. In
that's a
respectful
good
way
one.
from both sides.
That's a good one.
Because we teaching. A relationship is a learning. It's a learning.
Teaching and being patient.
Girl, that's Hardy's word for the day.
Teaching and being patient.
Because you got to give them time to
To
change
learn it.
and adapt.
That's a good one. So on that note, that's what we're toasting to. See you guys soon. Bye.